what is going on, my beautiful water signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. That said, let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love lives for today, okay? Okay, the Ten of Wands. You guys are burdened with a lot of responsibilities, guys. You guys are carrying some serious burdens right now. Alright, let's see what's going on. Oh wow, the air signs got the Tower too. Seven of Wands, nice. Okay, so the underlying energy is the Nine of Wands. So this is about your stability, your commitment to a situation. Not necessarily commitment, but your independence, mostly. Two of Pentacles. That's weird. Two of Pentacles talks about juggling things. Not juggling two people, but more so just like kind of keeping the balance of a situation, trying to make a decision, but ignoring your emotions that help make that decision. But I think there was a period of time where you had to make a decision about what you were going to do, and that, you know, now you're in a situation where you kind of feel, you know, it's about you achieving confidence in yourself and independence. All right, really feeling good about where you are, right? Feeling fairly stable. Now the heart of your reading has to do with the Nine of Cups. Wow, nice. And the Nine of Cups here does indicate a dream, a wish, a you know, a goal. And the Nine of Cups does talk about your personal happiness and content. The challenge is getting there, but the thing that's kind of keeping you from getting there at this moment is the Eight of Pentacles, right? Work. Perhaps you guys are working a little bit too much, or you guys are not working at all. This, you know, focusing on what it is that you're trying to build. Now, I don't think that you guys are not building anything. Some of you guys, that's very few of you, that's, you know, what I'm getting the feeling of, that some of you guys are not really taking the time out to do anything. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're really focused and really driven on something. But that focus may be, you know, focus may need to be derived from what you're trying to create, what you're manifesting. Some of you guys, you're working too hard, right? I think there's a lot of working that's being done. And for some of you guys, it just may need, the focus may not be on that topic. You may be focusing on doing other things. But I have a feeling, like I said before, the small percentage, it may be that some people are not putting in enough effort, putting in enough work. The Eight of Pentacles does talk about focus, does talk about concentration, dedication, hard work, you know, all that elbow grease is being put in. And the thing that's keeping the Nine of Cups at such an arm's length is perhaps somebody isn't putting in the work, right? Putting in isn't concentrating on making it happen, making it a reality. Not because they don't want to, not because they're lazy. It's just that I think, you know, there's some other aspects according to this. We'll see, you know, we'll see why in a moment, which is this Four of Cups. Someone just feels stuck. And I think the foundation comes from a place that somebody feels stuck. Stuck with the same cups, stuck with the same situation, same outcomes. And even though the situation died down a while ago, it still kind of feels like you could just expect the same old stuff to kind of just die out and dry out. I think some things just kind of got a little dull. And the Nine of Pentacles, it doesn't just mean independence and finding your own stability and feeling, you know, and feeling pretty reliable in yourself. It's about boredom too. I think there's some things that are just getting really boring. And then all of a sudden some changes happen. Something comes out of the woodworks, right? Judgment. Phoenix rises from the ashes, and I feel like that's the big kicker, right? Because you have the Eight of Pentacles that's crossing Judgment. Judgment is a call to action. Yes, it's a review. You're looking back at a situation that was very similar to the past, and it's asking you if this is something you really want to do, and if something that you want to pursue. And so, if so, you have to do it differently, right? You're doing something differently. Because I feel like there's an opportunity that's come your way, and your choice is what you decide to do, whether you go along with it or you change something different, or you do something different rather. And I feel like with Judgment here, this is like put you in a situation where you're back at square one. You're back at a situation, and it's calling for you to do something differently. It's calling for you to do something different. Eight of Pentacles, there's no action being taken. It's Eight of Pentacles that's coming up here, and it's like, how is that? What is that supposed to mean? Like, are you guys not doing anything? Are you guys not pushing it? Are you not doing a lot of work? And I feel like you guys are putting in a lot of focus. And I think that's why the Eight of Wands was coming. This Ten of Wands was coming out. Burden with responsibilities and commitments. You got a lot to do. You got a lot of focus. And I feel like that sort of dedication to something is what's going to help you forward. It's going to push you forward. But the Tower is showing up in your future. Now, the Tower doesn't have to be a bad thing. It never is a bad thing. I always say, as I say, Tower can be good things that come in. Either way, it's still going to change your life. It's still going to change your foundation. It's going to change everything, right? It's going to change a lot of stuff. And what you're focusing on may be that of what you're going to be doing differently. Because I feel like there was a period in time when you were bored and you were stuck. But I think now this is like a opportunity of something new to come in, something to really look forward to. And I feel like the concentration is definitely focused on what you're trying to create, what your wish or your heart's desire is. Some of you guys, you've been really focused on creating a happiness, creating something happy, or doing something that makes you happy, which is perhaps being independent and self-reliant. And that, in turn, will bring you something that you probably didn't expect. But not in a bad way. I feel like it's going to change a lot of your, it's just going to change a lot of things. It probably will bring to your attention a foundation that may not be as stable as you once thought it was. But Judgment is going to change your life anyway. So it makes sense that Judgment would happen and then the Tower would come. Because whatever you decided to do, it's going to radically change your future. And the Eight of Pentacles is really not a problem, I don't feel, because because I don't think that you're focusing too little or focusing too much. I'm going to actually pull for that. Why do you have the Eight of Pentacles as the crossing energy? Six of Cups. Your focus has a lot to do with the past. Oh. Your focus is on something else entirely, like I was saying before. Your focus is on something else. The Three of Cups, the past, things that have kind of been done for a while. And then Judgment comes up, and then now you really have to look at it. But now your focus is definitely asking you to see and look at something from the past to help you make a decision for the now. But that's not the point is like, don't make a decision from the past. Make a decision about who you are now. What you want now. And then that's pretty much the big thing. I think that's what you guys are doing now, as a matter of fact. I think you guys are making decisions based off of who you are now and how you feel now, and not necessarily about how you felt back then. And I think this is having to do with a person in the past that you may have wanted for some time, but now you don't know if you want him. I don't know if you want to be with this person anymore. I don't know. I mean, you may want to. You may want to start over. You may want to start all over again. And that's okay. But there's something definitely about this situation that's calling for you to do something differently. And the focus has to do with the connection. Alright? And I was wondering, is it because you're working too hard? Is it because of the career path that you're on? No. It has to do with your relationships. Or a relationship. Your goal, aim, ambition is the Seven of Wands. You do want to stand by the decisions that you make. I feel like you guys really want to stand by the decisions that you make. I think you guys also don't want to be on the defense all the time. I think you guys really want to just kind of take it easy. And the advice for that is to recognize the advantage that you have, which has to do with the fact that you've grown exponentially since the last time you've interacted with a decision like this, since you had an opportunity like that, period. When you were faced with something like that. Because judgment is usually, this is not the first time you've interacted with something like this. But you've grown, you've built something for yourself. You're different, you're a different individual. And that is your advantage with this. So the biggest thing I could say at water signs this time is you definitely take advantage of your high ground. A lot of people wish they could have a high ground. And you have one, so go ahead and use it. As long as you know what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and see what you guys got from the Messenger Oracle. Alright, and it says, be without malice. So go into this with the intent of, with you know, intent that you would want on yourself, pretty much. You don't ever want to go into it with, you know, with intentions to do something unto others that you wouldn't want done to yourself. So be careful of that. Don't, you know, if this is an opportunity for revenge, I would highly suggest otherwise, doing something other than that. But, yeah. Let me go ahead and read your affirmation. You have been hurt, disrespected, or disappointed by others. Another has let you down or betrayed you. It is normal and natural to experience feelings of anger, hurt, and disappointment. To feel any and all emotions is natural, but you have choice always in how you respond. Do not allow your hurt to become a source of infection. Acknowledge it. Learn from it in your experience, and then let the anger and hurt and disappointment go. Do not allow them to inspire retaliatory acts born of malice or spite. Oh, that's a really deep message. And I rarely get that card, so that's crazy. But what it's saying is, don't let the past influence what you do next. Let this new you be it. But also, this person is coming anew. You're new. You're not the same individual, right? Like I said before, you're totally grown. You've developed and grown so much. This is your time to do something that you wouldn't do, that you would have done, you know, differently, that you will do differently than you would have had the opportunity come earlier. And I think it's because, yeah, you may have felt stuck. You may have felt like you couldn't, you know, you felt bored or unenthused. Something made you feel like you couldn't feel a certain way again. But don't let that past situation cause you to do anything or make you feel, cause you to do anything that would pretty much, you know, continue to perpetuate the pain. Because anything spiteful done can perpetuate the pain, can perpetuate a bigger problem. And the Seven of Wands is saying use your high ground, right? It means that, yes, you have an advantage of the situation, but realize that you don't have to stoop to anyone's level. Because that's the Seven of Wands too. Like, even though he's on the top of his hill, he's still swinging down and swinging at people, fighting people off, protecting himself. But this doesn't need to. He could just pick up his stuff and leave. But he's still fighting. He's still trying to get down to that level. You have a high horse. You have the higher ground. You have an advantage. You are not on that same level as everyone else. You're not on that same level as this person. And if they are coming back to do something to you that, you know, you don't like, you don't have to stoop down to that level and get even, pretty much. You stay on your hill and you just say, you know what, I'm beyond that. I'm above this. I'm not doing it. It's not for me. It's not about me. That's not who I am. Alright guys, this has been your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. What an interesting message this time around. If you guys want to participate in the giveaway, I do have this here that I'm going to be giving away, Tarot Made Easy by Barbara Moore. If you want to participate, all you have to do is comment in the description box below, and I will enter you into the giveaway. I will announce the winner on the 30th of this month. So yes, please stay tuned, and I will see you guys very soon, okay? Love you guys to death. Take care. Bye guys.